I tell you what, I think my body is starting to protest this build now.
Not pooping in an enclosed area anymore.
I'm Cheska, this is Ben, and this is our little hitchhiker River. We've spent the last year travelling Europe in our self-built sprinter van Sophia, but new horizons are calling. In 2021, we'll be driving all the way to Cape Town, South Africa. Before we go, we're making some upgrades to Sophia to get her ready for those African roads. Subscribe and join us for the ride.
Look at that, it's gone in!
Rebuilding our van to take us across Africa has been a far bigger undertaking than either of us imagined. We've replaced our water tanks, upgraded our fan, fitted new tyres, installed new gas and water inlets, built an entirely new kitchen, tiled that bulkhead, just to name a few. Battling rain and snow has made it challenging at times. Seriously, we have so much respect for those of you doing a full van build during the winter. It is tough. But 4 months later, we're getting closer and closer to being back on the road. On our list of final jobs, get our new flooring fitted.
Fraction too tight. Cool, so
Nice.
whew,
How's that?
can't get any tighter than that. There we go. Oh. What we'll do is just tack a nail down. There's enough room for it to breathe as well, which is good. So that's the floor in. It was a pain to match up the pattern, but we've done as best as we can. It looks really good, it looks nice. Happy with it.
It is an exciting day today. We are finally getting the Rattan on the cupboard doors. So I've already cut it down to size and I've soaked it in water for half an hour just to kind of make it more supple and less likely to crack. And now we're going to staple gun it onto these. So as you can see, we've started fitting the Rattan cabinets onto the framing and they look so good. I'm so happy they've turned out well after all of the work that went into making them. That looks beautiful. Well, look at our Rattan doors. Finally they're in. So we decided with these bottom ones, because we might like kick them with our legs. What?
That opens that side, not that side.
Oh, that side. Honestly, just so pleased with how they look. They save a ton of weight as well, and yeah, just so pleased with them. For these bottom cupboard doors, we have just backed them with 3mm ply here. I'm going to trim this bit off, but just backed it with 3mm ply just in case like our legs and our feet like kick them. We don't want it to pop through the Rattan. The top ones we've not bothered doing that because I'm not gonna touch the doors.
Okay.
But yeah.
They're also a bit more river-proof, aren't they?
And river-proof, yes, as well, river-proof. Yeah, this was the vision, the Rattan doors. After all that time, they're finally in. Good morning everyone. As you can see, I am wrapped up warm because it's the first bit of like wet, cold, rainy weather that we've had in absolutely ages. We have been making the most of all this amazing sunshine and it's given us a chance to make some really good progress. But yes, hopefully we didn't get rained off today. We've got my little like marquee tent thing which we can use at a push.
This in. Voila! Okay, so we have our sink in. Nice. So now, let's put this in. This, I think, is really easy to put in. Oh, I need the counterweight, don't I? So, because we're only having one feed, I've got a blank plate for this one. What I'm really intrigued to know is what these little yellow things are for. Which side, which one do you want the water coming out from?
Well, we've just fitted our tap. It was a little bit of a pain. I'm not gonna lie, it is not the most expensive tap on the market. And you can kind of tell in the counterweight. In fact, even the instructions, it calls it a gravity ball, which is brilliant. But it doesn't, like, I don't know if you can see, there's kind of like...
quite. But, to be fair, in the grand scheme of things, it's very good, isn't it? We can't connect up the rest of the water yet. For why? Why can't we do that? For the one main reason is we've had to order a new fresh water tank. And the reason is because our current one leaks. Let me explain. So if you remember from ages ago, we bought the fresh water tank which didn't have the manhole hatch cleaning hole. So we bought a hatch, fitted it, and it goes in perfectly. Now the hatch itself doesn't leak. What leaks is the bit you unscrew into the surround, which is a pain in the ass. The actual hatch itself leaks, not where we cut the hole. So we thought, rather than faff around and try and fix it or anything or bodge it, we've just ordered another water tank, same water tank, but it comes ready fitted with a
hopefully watertight.
I'm 100% sure it's going to be watertight.
I tell you what, I think my body is starting to protest this build now. My skin is breaking out, my lips are constantly dry. I don't know if it's from like the sanding or from like just being outside all the time and it's windy, I'm not sure. But either way, my body is like slowly being like, please hurry up and finish this build.
So after months and months of trying to work out what we were going to do for our housing, for our compost toilet, we've finally come up with an idea. The idea we originally had was that it's going to be boxed into here, and then we have to squeeze our asses into this gap here to use the toilet. I wasn't too comfortable with that. There was literally not enough leg room for me, as that sounds. So we're going to move the Simply composting toilet forward slightly and at a slight angle, so it's going out that way rather than straight down. And instead of having it boxed into here, we are having this hinge open to there, and then you've got plenty of leg room to...
You're not pooping in an enclosed area anymore.
I'm not pooping in an enclosed area anymore. For the moment, until we've got a better idea. To keep it shut, inside we've got... Let me open this up. So, we've got a bit of dowel which goes in there, but I'm right through there, and it keeps it nice and shut. And we'll probably have something on the front as well to keep it nice and secure. So yeah, I think we've come up with a good idea. And this goes in like that.
Love it.
That's like rock. That's in a good place. And then, so all we need to do now is work out what we're going to do on the top. This bit's going to go in there, and then, thank you, baby. And then, oh, which bit was which? Shouldn't theoretically matter.
That looks good.
Did someone call a joiner? I don't think. Bit of body feel on the corners. And I'm going to say, thank God, these window frames are done.
Okay, so let's talk about our plywood walls and these lovely strips of edging on here. As you know, we wanted to lime wash the walls, and we are still going to do that with a paint from Bowerk Paint. We have been waiting to see if some of the plywood joins are going to crack, just to see like how bad the cracking would look, because obviously we don't want to paint the walls this lovely lime wash and then have hairline cracks or big cracks start to appear in it. As we were driving through Devon last week, we did notice along the bottom, which is the bottom joint is the biggest joint and it's where there's like quite a strong curve of the van, the plywood has cracked, and you can see it through the body filler and the primer that we've already got on there. So, excuse me. So what we decided to do is to put some edging on the walls, and we've done it in a way that I think still looks really, really nice, but it will just mean that there's going to be no cracks showing at all. So if it does crack underneath this, you're not going to be able to see it, and it should just make the walls look a lot nicer and means we can paint properly over it. So the main crack was here and we had one here, and what we've done is put edging on these sides. Also, this is going to be covered by the cushions, so you probably won't see this edging anyway, but I don't think it looks bad at all. And then also we have a big join here, and even though it wasn't cracking, the body filler was starting to kind of bump through a little bit, so it didn't really look that nice anyway. So what we've done is put another strip of edging there. The walls still look really lovely, they still look really open, and I think it's probably the best solution. So if you did want to do this as well and have plywood walls, get as few joins as you can, and if you do need to have a join, consider putting it somewhere where you can put a nice strip of edging just to make it extra secure. Today I'm painting our drawers. As you may know, these cupboards are going to have drawers in here, so just painting them, and then hopefully we can get the backs of the cupboards are going to be covered. The backs of the cupboards are going to be covered in beige automotive carpet. In case you're wondering if we're going to leave all this horrible stuff on display, we're not. We've got rubber matting to go on here as well, so fingers crossed we can kind of get the cupboards all kind of finished and looking nice.
I think that's perfect. Well, we're rained off. Play resumes when rain's gone. River, with me.
The rain didn't end up clearing yesterday, but today we are going to be installing our lagoon table mount, and it means we get to show you our table. Probably one of my most favourite parts of our entire rebuild.
We'd have it, say, there. So we were going to fit it smack bang in the middle, but we can't because we've got this batten there. I need... You got a pencil down there, maybe, by any chance? Oh, thank you, babes.
This is our beautiful table. We had it custom made by a guy called Jack who runs Aurora Home on Instagram. I'll put all the details in the description. So he makes furniture, tables, wall art and all that kind of stuff out of reclaimed wood. I've loved his designs for ages on Instagram, and when I saw that he did custom orders as well, I was like, oh, I really want us to get something made for the van. The table seemed perfect and we are just in love with it.
Yeah. Not only is it a nice feature for the van, it'll also double up as the bottom of our bed. So at night we'll whip it off the lagoon table, off the lagoon mount, sorry, and then put it down in between here. I asked Jack if he could make it lightweight. Obviously it's going to be in the van, so we didn't want a really heavy table, and it is really lightweight. It is nice and lightweight.
Got those beautiful little pops of turquoise in there. I just absolutely love it, and I think it's just going to be such a beautiful feature of the van. And yeah, we're so happy with it. Yeah. If you are interested in his stuff, like I said, I'll put all the links in the description down below. There you go. Oh, don't push it that way. Push it in.
Is it in?
Yeah.
That's definitely not going to work. So what we'll need to do is probably put 18mm ply on the back, or 12mm ply, and then put the mount onto that, because that's what that is. That's the... I can see it there.
That's just not secure enough at the bottom.
Yeah, well, it's because we use 5mm ply, so it's obviously, you know, shaking. Yeah, so we've tried reinforcing it, but it's still got... Do you want to just give it a little nudge?
I mean, it's definitely not as wobbly as it was. I mean, I don't know actually, it's still quite firm.
So what we'll do is once we know that, where does that go? We'll just have to maybe put something down this end.
Yeah.
Just to, because if the higher it gets, the less stable it's going to get, isn't it? So,
yeah, okay.
But what we'll do, we'll work with it. I love this table, it's so nice.
Keep stroking it.
I know, it's gorgeous. We'll work with it and then go from there, shall we?
Okay. But at least the lagoon table mount is on.
Lagoon table mount is on. Okay.
I cannot believe the transformation that we've made in like the past 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's all really come together now, isn't it?
Yeah, and just getting the rattan doors on, and I just can't believe the difference from our old van.
I know.
Well, it's the same van. I keep saying the old van. It's the same van.
Different
the old
design.
layout is just, it looks completely different.
It's so much brighter as well, because obviously last time we had the dark stain stuff, and at the time it looked fantastic, or we thought it looked fantastic. Until you redo it in something lighter, you realise how dark and dingy it probably was.
Yeah, and I think not having windows at the back as well and the bed there, kind of that was like a cave at the back of the van, and now it's all opened up, and it's just, I can't get over how different it looks.
I mean, what a different, I mean, yeah, what have we got left to do?
Handles for the cupboards.
Oh, yeah, handles for the cupboards, everywhere quick lick of paints.
Lime wash the walls. So get all the edging sanded down and get that all done.
Yep. Yeah, so we shall leave it there for this week.
Yes, I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. We're really not very many videos off the end, are we?
No,
of this fan build series. Thank you so much for everyone who has come along with us every week on this. It has been a bigger job, I think, than either of us thought it would be.
Well, yeah, we knew it would be a big job, but it just seems to have
it's kind of taken on a life of its own.
Got a lot bigger than we first thought, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's totally 100% worth it, and we're very excited to get ready for some adventures this summer.
We can be back on the road.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and we shall catch you, I think, next week. Are we going to go back to weekly videos? Yeah, I think we are. We're going to go back to weekly
unless it's
videos.
rained off, and then let's go yes. Yeah. And then if not, then we'll see you in 2 weeks. But we'll
hopefully see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye guys.
Mwah.
River, no.
River.
Sophia.
No, honestly, babe, that's.
I don't know.
You're not in it. Say that. Say that.
No, because I think. Am I not in it?
Oh, you're not in it. The tops are dry. I think, I might have white paint on my arse.
No, you're fine.
Oh, cool. Rate that out of 10.
Just to see, I need the